Hello everybody, this video is about to show you how to tune the viola for very beginners, so I'm going to guide you step by step from the beginning until the end when your viola is perfectly tuned. So let's start with the first thing, which nobody thinks about, that it's very important, and it's about the bridge, or exactly the angle of your bridge. If you see, the angle of your bridge has to be perfectly straight. Put it to your lap, push down into the body of the viola and pull it at the same time, pull it toward yourself. I mean, the upper part of the bridge, because the lower part has to stay in one place, of course. So you can't move the whole bridge. Okay? Why does it need a big force to change the straightness of the bridge? Because it's under a very big pressure. So you are actually working against the natural forces of the string. Okay, so this is the first thing. The second thing, after you checked your bridge, if your bridge is straight or almost straight, this is fine. The first thing what I want you to tell is the nature of the tuning method. You have pegs. These are for the big difference tuning. So if your viola is completely out of tune, you need to use the pegs. If your viola is just a little bit out of tune, and mostly the student violas, they are having fine tuners on each string. If you see, my master viola only have one fine tuners for the last string or A string, but you most probably have fine tuners to each string. So for the small differences, you can just use the fine tuners. For big differences, you need to use the pegs in the peg box. So how to play in tune if your viola is out of tune? That's why it's very important thing to learn how to tune the viola, how to tune your instrument. Now, there is a nature of the peg. Here is a peg. If you see, I don't know, it's visible or not, but the peg is naturally getting thinner as it's getting into the hole, into the hole of the peg box. So it's not enough to turn the peg. Also, it has to be pushed inside at the same time. Yes? I can show you a picture that I just did. Right? So it actually acts like a screw. As you see, each string has its own peg in the peg box. Do you see last string or A string? Yeah, it's scrolled to this peg. Re string or D string, it's scrolled to this peg. Then sol string, if you see, okay, sol string, yeah, and it's scrolled to this peg, and the do string is scrolled to this peg. So it's very important that if you are tuning one string, make sure that you are tuning it with the right peg, because you can mess up the another strings which are probably in tune. Right, so let's start. This is a last string which is very, very out of tune. I need this sound. Well, you put the viola to your lap, which is facing with you. You put the viola to your lap, which is facing with you. Okay? This is the last string. I need this, right? And slowly, small steps, not a big turn, even not a half turn. Yeah? Just a very small step. You pluck with one hand and turn and push with the another hand. Yes? Right? Okay, you can try. And your viola. This is the last string. Now you do the same step with the re string. If it's very out of tune, let's see this one. You need to also pull it up. So let's see. This is the out of tune. This is the tune, in tune, re or D. Turning, pushing, slowly, step by step, and continuously checking with plucking that is it right now or not. I need this one. And when I'm sure, I grab the screw and push it in and check it once more. See? Fine. Right? And you go through on the another strings also, sol or G string and do string as C string. Let's see your tuning. La, re, sol, and do. When you want to make your string higher, you have to use the clockwise movement or turning. When you want your string lower, you have to use the anti-clockwise movement. Okay? So clockwise and anti-clockwise. I'm talking about, if you see, it can be scrolled in two directions. Yes? This is the clockwise and this is the anti-clockwise. Depending that your string has to be higher or has to be tuned lower, you choose one of it. Of course, there is a maximum when you can use the fine tuner, and after a while, if it doesn't work, you actually have to use the pegs. The fine tuner looks like that. It's actually a scroll. Can the camera focusing? Right, hopefully. Yes? So there is a finish in both direction, then it's not working anymore because it's scrolled actually until the maximum, or the opposite, it's scrolled until the minimum and it comes kind of, it's like that. It also can happen that your fine tuner needs some maintenance is just you scroll out this thing, actually the scroll. You put it to a little bit of oil, any kind of oil, vegetable oil or coconut oil or olive oil, any kind of oil, and and then you scroll it back. You don't have to do anything with the strings, yes, because these two things is, I mean, you don't harm the string if you take this off. So you take it off and you repeat this like one more time, put it to an oil, and then scroll it back. Yeah, because sometimes because of the dust and all the things, it gets stuck. And then you're not able to screw it. It has to be really, really easy to screw up and down. Right. So let's see if we just need a little bit of tuning of that, then we just need to use the fine tuner. Right? Now, this is the La. This is my La. Yes, it's just a semitone different. When it's a semitone different, you're probably able to manage to tune your viola just using the fine tuner. You can break the string if you make too big movement, yes, and you tighten too much the string, and then the string can't stand anymore this force, this tightening force, and it breaks, right? So that's why you have to be very careful about to do tuning with the pegs step by step. Really very small movement, like this movement, right? If it's bigger, like this movement, look at it. Look, this. See? Even probably you didn't see it with your, yeah, it's just by feeling. Even a half turn of the peg can cause to break the string, which is really, really not a good idea, I think. Now my viola is a little bit out of tune. Okay, so now let's do the fine tuning. This is La. This is around the semitone. So I start to scroll it clockwise because I want it higher. Clockwise is this direction. Okay? This direction. Actually, if the viola faces with you is the right direction. Okay? The right direction. So I'm scrolling it. If you see, I scroll quite a lot. And now it's a little bit too high, so I go back. It's the left direction, and it's called anti-clockwise. Right? It's around the same now. Fine. Okay? Yeah, my viola is quite in tune now. This application for Android is called Master Viola Tuner. If you take a look, you can put the settings on, yeah, and you can choose for the note naming. The note naming, if you put the solmization, you will do the Do, Sol, Re, and La notes. If you put the European system, yeah, you will do the C, D, G, and A. So it's your choice which one you want. If I want to do the solmization, I just put the solmization. You can choose the length of the sound. It's a short or it's a long one. I actually prefer the short note. Right, so save settings. We can, and let's go back and see do, sol, re, and la. Now you can play each note. Yeah. Yes. You can put stop playing notes. Yes. And you can just, if you touch it, you can check the by hearing. It's only by hearing at the moment. So you can check it. Re and la. Right? If you have a good hearing, then it's fine. If you want to use the tuner, it shows you that you have to change to which direction your string, that you do the start tuning. Now from the moment you plug a string, it will show, see this little arrow, and it means that I have to tune my viola a little bit lower. This is a fine tuner case. So I change a little bit. See, it's different now. Yeah, it's getting closer. It's very close now. And I would say that this is fine. Look at it. See? Now you can do the whole thing. Re string. Now it's perfectly clear. Very good. Sol string. You can do a whole procedure. Re. This is quite fine. And do. And it shows that it's too low. When it goes to this direction, yeah, it shows that it's too low. Huh? So I have to tune a little bit higher. And now it's perfect. Well, I hope that I gave you a good help and a good explanation how the tuning is working and how to tune the instrument and how a tuner is working. It will come by practicing, like everything, like playing on the instrument requires a daily practicing, and learn any kind of new technical thing like vibrato or position shifting or anything else requires lot and lots of time. At the beginning it's just not working, and you're working on it more and more, and it's getting easier and easier. It's the same thing with tuning. Don't be afraid. Be brave to use, but be clever. Okay? So thank you very much for listening this video, and I hope you will have a good day. Goodbye.